Hey guys, I'm the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going over all the latest Star Wars news that has come out in the past few weeks. Now with that said, you may catch a few things in this video that I've already covered on Twitter or even on the channel like KOTOR or even the book of Boba Fett, because when something big comes out, I like to let you guys know right away. But in this Star Wars news update series, I like to keep it all official and talk about everything that has come out since my last Star Wars news update. Now with all of that out of the way, let's get right into the news, starting off with some pretty cool stuff regarding the book of Boba Fett. So for those that don't know, it is confirmed to come out on December 29th, which to me was a little bit of a bummer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like mad or sad about it, but it would have been cool to see it just a little bit sooner. But that's how they get you, right? This is a little off topic, but Cobra Kai Season 4 just did the same thing, man. They both say they're coming out in 2021, which, you know, they're right. They're definitely not wrong about that. But it's literally a week before the year ends. Boba's December 29th, and then Cobra Kai literally comes out on the last day on December 31st. But that's okay. Just need to have patience. Nonetheless, I am glad we got a release date, but that's not all. To get you guys kind of a little hyped for the series, Robert Rodriguez, one of the executive producers that's making quite a few episodes, decided to give us a little tease. The first tease being in an interview with Collider, and he said, "I can't say anything about it all right now, but it's coming out in December. Wait until you see what's coming. It's going to blow your mind. That's all I can say. I can talk it up all I want because I know it over-delivers. It way over-delivers. People are going to be so pumped when they see it." And then he gave us another tease on the channel, The Nerdy Basement.
Any new updates on Boba Fett? How many episodes will you be directing? Have you written any of the episodes for this series?
Wow, I got so much to tell you about that, but I'm out of time. Yeah, I can't say anything. I'm sworn to silence. I can say I'm working on it, and I can tell you, blow your mind. I can tell you that.
Listen, I'm telling you personally, since I have you here, I'm looking forward to it.
You saw him arrive in my episode on Mandalorian.
Oh, of course.
Okay, that was nothing.
That was nothing. Oh man, see now you're teasing. Now you're teasing.
I can talk it up. I can talk it up all I want because I know it's gonna deliver. I know it's gonna over deliver.
It's gonna over. Okay, yeah. Okay. See now you got. I was already up there. Now you got.
No, it's I can just keep raising it. You saw him arrive in my episode on Mandalorian.
Oh, of course.
Okay, that was nothing.
On my armor.
That was nothing.
So as you can see, those are pretty bold claims, and I don't know about you guys, but I love the return of Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. In fact, that was one of my favorite episodes. So to say that episode is nothing, woo! You got me excited, man. You got me excited. Hey, that sounds like there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming. Now, for those that have been here around the channel, you guys know that I would love to see a flashback between Cad Bane and Boba Fett, and I really thought that was extremely unlikely, and I'm still not expecting it, but it's making me wonder if it's actually possible the way he's hyping it up. Now, to me personally, these teases about the show is absolutely great news, but I'm not going to get my expectations too high because at the end of the day, it is still Disney Star Wars. And if you like Disney Star Wars, that's great. But me personally, I always like to have my expectations in check because I don't like most of the things that they have done up to this point for a variety of reasons that I'm really not going to get into right now. And when they do these types of shows, like the Book of Boba Fett and even Kenobi, they're very delicate and fragile in terms of lore. Now, that's not to say I don't like anything that came from Disney Star Wars, because that's definitely not true. I do like some things that they have done, and I honestly hope this will be one of them, because it does have the potential to be one of my favorite things from them, and I'm overall hyped. But I just gotta be realistic about it. I will say it is pretty hard to hear this information and not get your hopes up, but it's just one of those things where I'm super excited for it, but also really cautious and aware. And while we're on the topic of Boba Fett, it has just been confirmed that Disney and Lucasfilm launched Bring Home the Bounty, in which it contains global consumer products, games, and a publishing campaign that will debut new Star Wars toys, collectibles, books, apparel, and more each week through the end of the year. So every Tuesday from now through December 28th, you can expect reveals of new items inspired by everything from the Book of Boba Fett, premiering exclusively on Disney Plus on December 29th, and The Mandalorian, to classics like the Skywalker Saga films, animated series including Star Wars The Bad Batch, Star Wars Visions, and much more. So, as you can see, yesterday they revealed week 1, which is Shop the Collection, and if you're interested in Star Wars products like what you're seeing on screen, then I'll link it in the description for you down below, with the entire Bring the Home Bounty page as well as all the other sources that I got this information from, just like any of my other videos. But before we move on to the next bit of news, I want to take a look at this picture real quick. As you can see, we won't be able to tell what most of these are because they're just faces of characters, which I don't think means anything because for week 1 it's a stormtrooper and the shopping collection has nothing to do with that. Although, if you take a look over by week 10, you will see a video game controller, which just may be teasing a brand new Star Wars game. Now, I don't want to get your guys' hopes up because nothing is confirmed here and we gotta be, real careful when it comes to this stuff. But, I mean, that would be pretty messed up if it's not a game. The reason why I believe it may be a game besides it being a controller in the picture is because on the official Star Wars site it says it contains games, and then further down after showing the image it says you can expect reveals of new items. So right there they've mentioned new games and reveals, so I think there might be something there, especially since it's the 50th anniversary for Lucasfilm, so now would be a great time for them to reveal another new Star Wars game in the Lucasfilm game's name. Now remember, do take this with a grain of salt because they didn't just come out and say this. This is more of what I'm thinking and basically what I got when reading in between the lines here, but I just wanted to share the information with you guys, give you guys my thoughts, and then you guys can make your own judgment about it. So if there is something there, you guys can count on me to keep you updated. So if you like to be caught up on all the Star Wars news and like Star Wars content in general, then please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on that next Star Wars news update video, and consider liking the video while you're at it, only if you enjoy, of course. Also, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think is going to come on week 10? Do you guys think we'll get another reveal for a new Star Wars game? Let me know. I just don't see them just using that day to get more information for a game that we already know of, like Star Wars Hunters, Lego Star Wars, or even the KOTOR Remake. So, I think we may get something new. Also, I did want to bring up that this week 10 event is right after the Game Awards. The Game Awards is on December 9th, while the Week 10 event is on December 14th. Coincidence? I think not! Anyways, back to the video. If you are interested in those Disney Star Wars DLC canon books, then you guys will be pleased to know that there has been even more revealed, starring Luke, Lando, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. So if you guys want all the details regarding those books, the link is in the description. Now moving on to the Mandalorian Season 3 news, we just got official confirmation from Carl Weathers that they are filming the Mandalorian Season 3, which is absolutely great to hear. So we may actually get to see this pretty soon in 2022. Now, that date is obviously speculation, but maybe this Mandalorian Season 3 will come out shortly after the Book of Boba Fett to keep people's Disney Plus subscription going, since it means more money for them, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now moving on to the Star Wars gaming news, you guys can play Lego Star Wars Battles exclusively on Apple Arcade. And now to the more anticipated Lego Star Wars news, drumroll please! Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. We have a little bit of news, a tiny little bit, that we've gathered here and there, but it's nothing big, but I thought it'd still be worth mentioning. So with that said, let's get into it. So for those that don't know, Jack Chapman was a developer over at TT Games working on Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and he came out and said, during development, I ended up working on blaster combat, mainly working to improve the core control and feel of the shooting gameplay. I wanted to move away from the old style of aiming found in previous TT titles to allow players to move, aim, and shoot as freely as possible. So, to me, this sounds great, and I've mentioned this before in several other LEGO Star Wars videos and streams, but I'm going to mention it again. The gameplay trailers remind me of Battlefront 2 in terms of how the maps look and the blaster gameplay. So what he says here pretty much lines up to what I was thinking in terms of Battlefront 2 blaster gameplay. So I'm kind of curious to see how that could feel in LEGO format. My first thought would be that it's, pretty cool, and I believe it would add an entire new layer of skill, but we'll just have to wait and try it out to see how we like it. Also, I have some news about some not true news. Yeah, try saying that one. Sounds stupid, right? Anyways, shortly after the trailer, this was on the TT Games website saying check out our new trailer as well as 6 brand new screenshots below. We look forward to sharing more news about this epic new title very shortly. Well, after seeing that, I was a little excited and was waiting for any news so that way I can cover it on the channel, but nothing came out. So I'm not sure what their goal was there. I mean, they can still come out with news, and when they do, I'll be sure to cover it, but I was just like, shortly? Okay. So I recently went on their website again, and now I can't even find that piece at all. So not sure why they were planning on more news to share and then not, but you know, plans change. I'm just letting you guys know this so that way you guys are in the loop and you guys know what I know. So when something does come out, I got it, but honestly they're pretty quiet unless they got something to show us. So we may be waiting a while before we get any confirmed news because we just got a trailer about a month ago. Given this game's news history, that seems to be how it goes the majority of the time. But anyways, before we move into Knights of the Old Republic gaming news, I wanted to put the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga known vehicle codes out on the screen, that way you guys have access to them. Sweet, alright! Now, regarding the new remake of Knights of the Old Republic KOTOR, as you guys can see by the trailer, it's supposed to be a PlayStation 5 console exclusive, but we got some more information saying that it's only a timed exclusive, and it will be coming to the PC as well, which means it can also come to other platforms after a specific time. So it is possible that it can come to Xbox somewhere down the line, but nothing is confirmed. So if they do confirm that it is coming to Xbox, I'll be sure to let you all know. Now, we don't know much about this game, but we did get an interview between Orion Kellogg and Aspire's Ryan Treadwell, so sorry if I messed up your guys' name, that contained some information. The main points that they brought up in that was basically it's a remake and not a remaster, meaning that it's a brand new game and that they're going to take it very seriously. They made it very clear that they understand that this game has a reputation and they don't want it to be completely the same, but they also don't want it to be completely different. So it seems like they're going to find a happy medium, which I'm all for. I mean, I'm the great Jedi. That's what I'm known for, the middle. I mean, if it was up to me and if I had to just pick, you know, the main change from the original to the remake, I would say change the combat. I know that's pretty controversial, but you know, the combat was just one thing I wasn't a big fan of in the original, but I loved just about everything else. But anyways, they want us to know that they care about the original story and the characters, and that they even got some of their best people working on the game, including AAA veteran developers, as well as some of the devs from the team that made the original KOTOR. Not only that, it also seems like they're bringing back some of the voice actors from the original KOTOR, which I gotta say is a pretty nice touch. Now, if you guys want to read the full interview word for word, I already went over the main points, but you know, if you're into that type of thing or you just want to check out my source, then the link is down below.
A remaster of the original game, or what's going on here?
It's so much more, Sid. This is a complete remake of this beloved Star Wars story. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Remake, we are rebuilding from the ground up while maintaining that integrity of story and character from the original.
So Ryan, how much of a remake are we talking about here? I mean, is this updating some graphics, adding some higher resolution modes?
You know, the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic and one of our favorite Star Wars stories ever. We want to honor that original story and make it as impactful for players today. In terms of the visuals, we have an opportunity to present this story with a much higher level of fidelity than was possible in the past, while making sure that we're being authentic to what players loved about that original game.
So we know Aspire from bringing classic Star Wars games to modern consoles, but this is a much bigger project than anything the studio's tackled before. So what can you tell me about the team behind the game?
You're absolutely right. While Aspire has enjoyed a great relationship with Lucasfilm Games through our work bringing classic Star Wars games to new audiences on modern platforms, this project is on a completely different level to anything we have done before. That's why we knew we had to assemble the right team to do this project justice. We put together a team full of industry veterans from fan favorite RPGs, even including the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It has been a really rewarding experience to assemble such a talented team to bring back an epic game. Of course, we're also working closely with the amazing teams at PlayStation and Lucasfilm Games. Together, we couldn't be more excited about what we'll be able to show you in the future. All of us are, of course, huge Star Wars fans too.
Now this is all good news to hear because it seems like they are taking this game very seriously. And now that we're on the topic of the original KOTOR, it will be making its way to the Nintendo Switch platform on November 11th. But that's not the only thing that's coming. Aspyr is bringing Star Wars bundles including Star Wars Jedi Knight Collection and the Racer and Commando Combo Pack to the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. The PlayStation 4 one is coming on October 26th, while the Nintendo Switch bundles are scheduled to release on November 16th. Now, for our last bit of news, we got some Star Wars Hunters info that contains gameplay footage, screenshots, the actual hunters, and some new player amount information. So, starting off with the screenshots, here they are on screen. I can't just spend the next 20 minutes giving my thoughts and speculation based off of what I see here, but we can just save that for a stream if you guys want. I just wanted to show you guys, and I'm just going to see what else they're going to confirm before launch. Now, same thing with the gameplay. We don't have much, but it is something. And I gotta say, based off of this little bit of clip of gameplay, it does make me get a little more excited for the game. And there's even certain aspects in here that reminds me of Battlefront 2, like the abilities. But I just got a lot more excited for this once I found out you can actually freely move and how smooth it actually looks. And I gotta say, for a mobile game, I'm interested. I'm not one that even likes Galaxy of Heroes or even mobile games in general for that matter. So the fact that you can just freely move, it's free, and it's also on the Nintendo Switch with crossplay, this might just be worth checking out. I'm not getting my hopes up or anything, but I am more excited than what I was after seeing that. Plus, we also got some more information that came from an interview with a Star Wars Hunters developer, and he said Star Wars Hunters is set during the time of The Mandalorian, and Kim describes it as an arena battler that supports up to 30 players. It's free to play and will allow crossplay. So, that's pretty interesting. 30 players? I'd say that's a pretty good amount for a free moving, real-time mobile game. Now, moving on to the actual characters in the game known as Hunters, we now know that there are at least 9, and these 9 Hunters are Graz, Arantal, Armor Vex, the Sentinel, Zaina, Untini, J3DI, the Sith Lord Reeve, and Slingshot. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something, or just found it entertaining. And if you did, please consider subscribing to stay caught up on everything Star Wars and to help out the channel. It's completely free. I also apologize for being a little bit late on some of the smaller stuff, but if you guys like to be caught up on everything right away, even before the video goes live, consider following me on Twitter, checking out my YouTube community section once in a while, or even tuning into a stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you, always.